Hello everybody, welcome back. This is I'm your man once again. Gonna cast some great Starcraft 2 for you today. And now that my computer's fixed, you betcha I'm gonna be casting like 5 games a day, baby. Alright, here in the top right hand corner of the map, Cloud Kingdom, is the red Protoss player who's trash talking Codez. Good luck, how fun you needed, he says to his teal Protoss opponent down here in the blue. It is FrashQ. Alright, once again, computer just now fixed, going to be casting a lot of games hopefully here. It's my second one today, going to hopefully be doing a couple more, cranking them out, so why not a PvP? We had a TVZ earlier today, so why not a PvP? And here we are. This replay sent to me over private messaging on Reddit. I won't tell you who sent me the replay, but he is a frequent to reddit.com/r/castit. I won't tell you who sent it to me because usually that gives it away. And I haven't actually watched this replay, so I really have no idea. I just don't want to spoil it if it does happen that way. I know that doesn't make any sense. Alright, but so I'm going to do some announcements right here at the beginning while both of these players are just going to be dropping their gateways. Follow me on Twitter at I'mYourMan. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thumbs up the video if you like it. And make sure you leave a comment in the box. Gas is now being taken by both players, so very mirror-like PvP at the moment. No shenanigans are going to be happening here very early on. FrashQ a little late to the scouting party is going to go ahead and scout out his opponent. And we'll be interested to see what kind of tech choices both players go to. Codez does have a little sneaky pylon here, but it looks like FrashQ actually on top of that, going to find it and going to know that there's something over here. And you can actually see that the gateway is rallied over here in this general direction. Cybernetics Core also on the way. And it is also on the way here for Codez. So very similar build. Be interesting to see when, if and when these players deviate from one another. Yeah, as you've probably heard in my other videos, I've been having hard drive complications. Finally just decided to swap out the hard drive, re-downloaded Windows, reinstalled all my stuff yesterday. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice. I also would like in the comments box or at the email I'mYourMan or I'mYourManSC2 at Gmail, which is in the comment box below. If you guys have any like things you want for this channel other than just casting games, let me know. I want to do a show just to do it. I don't know how many people would watch or care, but I really want to do one. So if you have any ideas for that, something you'd watch, let me know. Stalker is on the way for both players. Codez slightly behind in terms of the build, but both builds do seem to be just about equal. Codez, or I'm sorry, FrashQ on the other hand, is actually going ahead and throwing him down in a second assimilator, while Codez is not. So this is the first step of deviation that these two players will have. And this probe is going to sneak away, except get demolished by that Stalker. There is a Zealot in the middle of the map, and a probe is going to head home. Looks like a little bit of a push out here from FrashQ with a probe. So it looks like FrashQ wants to throw on some aggression here. And I think this is a good decision just to get into the face of your opponent and show him what's up. And the Twilight Council is about 75% of the way done there. So we will be seeing maybe some Blink Stalkers out of him. Probe does go up and scout. And the Zealot and the Stalker are going to have enough here to ward this away. Another Zealot does join the battle, but Codez should hold this just fine now that another Stalker does join the fray. 3 gateways are in production here for Codez, so he is going to go up to that miraculous Protoss 4-gate. Looks like Warp Gate is now done for both players, so as soon as these Warp Gates finish here, they will transfer over and start warping in units. A lot more gateways are on the way as well for FrashQ. He is going to be up in tech on his opponent significantly here. I'm interested to see what Codez decides to do, whether he decides to do a lot of aggression with this. I don't actually think it's going to work out for him in his favor. Warpgate is a little bit behind here for FrashQ, but at the same time, that blink, that tech advantage could prove to be great for him, assuming he gets it up in time. Probe is going to come up here and lay down a pylon. Looks like we do have 3 more Stalkers joining the fray. Looking at the supply, 3 supply lead for Codez. Work gates are finished. Blink is about 60% of the way done. How much the Stalker count? 5 to 2 here. It will be 5 to 4. Now in favor of FrashQ. FrashQ with the Sentry, which will help a lot. So it will be really interesting to see if Codez decides to try to push up this ramp. A Nexus is going to attempt to go down. Not the best idea. Oh, walking down into a bunch of units there. Not the best idea. He's going to try to walk up. Not a good idea. Actually, might get the sentry. That is pretty close to the top of the ramp here. And the Stalker count in favor heavily of Codez. Blink is now done, however, but Codez does have a superior Stalker count. It doesn't really matter if Blink's done if you don't have enough Stalkers. And there's a big Stalker battle happening here. Blink actually saving the Stalker there. Decent Blink micro coming out from FrashQ, but is he going to have enough? That is the main question. 9-4 here in favor of Codez. Codez, this 4-gate has to work or else he's going to be way behind. Probes are now being pulled, going down here. Codez killing probes, kiting the probes very nicely, picking off a lot of them. Another round of warpins is coming here, and it looks like FrashQ is going to hold this attack barely, as we see here that there are 6 Stalkers to 9 actually. More reinforcements are coming in here for Codez. Codez with a lead, 40 supply to 30. And it's going to take a lot out of FrashQ to be able to hold this off. I don't know if he can do it. Another Stalker coming in here. The tech for FrashQ is holding him off here. Blink keeping these Stalkers alive a lot longer than they should be. One gateway is about to go down here. If he just cutely poked at it, there it goes. It will fall. So now only down to 2 gates here. So FrashQ feeling the woes of teching too quickly to your opponent's 4-gate. But looks here, the Stalker advantage in favor of FrashQ as long as the tech advantage. So looks like Codez did not reinforce properly. Codez falling now in supply, but FrashQ falling as well. Stalker count in favor of FrashQ now. FrashQ turning around there with some great Blink Stalker control, up to 5 Stalkers now, while his opponent is at 2. So FrashQ realizing that he held that 4-gate there from Codez. Codez turned into a Manor Bear. Noticing, alright, I got beat. Well played. It'll be interesting to see how Codez decides to respond. Decides to respond by dropping his own Nexus down there. It looked like FrashQ was going to expand. Let's see if that still is the plan. No, looks like he's just going to go ahead and drop down another gateway. And look at that, Codez, you Manor Bear. Go ahead and tell him, you're better than me, and oh, now they're just friends. This is disgusting, guys. Play Warcraft or Starcraft. Wow, till I have a history. All right, 9 workers killed for Codez though, brings the worker count. Let's check out that worker count. Worker count 23 to 31 in favor of Codez heavily. So FrashQ's going to have to play from behind a little bit here. The heavy 4-gate aggression from Codez did do its job. 2 gas geysers being added on here at the natural. And gateways galore are just being added on here. I don't know why I said gateways galore being added on. There is a robotics bag being added on. Robotics facility, I should say. I'm just all over my words. First day back. Robotics facility is also on the way for FrashQ, significantly behind. It won't be up for a little bit, but it'll be interesting to see what comes out of that for Codez. Probably an observer first. Oh, move command there, but the Blink Stalkers are going to do their job. Nice force fields initially, but actually start working against them. Going to pick off a Zealot. Might get some probes too. Might actually get this Nexus. Probes are going to fall down here from the kiting from the Blink Stalkers. Stalkers could leave anytime they wanted because of Blink. And here they are going to pick these off. The Zealots at the front falling very nicely there. Well done kiting by FrashQ, evening up these supplies 46 to 48. Going to the units lost tab. Almost even despite the heavy attack from Codez at the beginning. This pylon is going to stop. That warp-in does get canceled. Great job there by FrashQ to pick that off. And this Nexus is under fire. Codez in a bit of a dangerous situation. The last game I casted of Codez, he pulled all of his probes into a base trade when he was about to lose. Let's see if he does that here. Probes have been pulled actually, but they are dying. The Zealot is going to fall here. And keep in mind there is Blink. That could happen at any time. A Nexus has been dropped for FrashQ, so he's going to get his own economy up in the meantime. But at the natural of Codez, tons of kiting going down, and these Stalkers being so cost efficient for FrashQ. Killing Zealot, going to kill a Sentry, going to kill 2 Sentries. No, looks like the Immortal is out now, and that Immortal will finally push all of these Stalkers away. However, I do think he could take that if he wanted to. No, just going to blink out of there, take his advantage. Barely nicely done there by FrashQ. I think he almost evened it up. How many workers killed? 14 workers killed for FrashQ. 9 only killed for Codez. Check out the workers tab. 29 to 27. See how quickly that can swing there just by a great attack. More Blink Stalkers are on the way there. 6 are going to join up with the group up here. And it looks like you can select destructible rocks. That's weird. Alright. Back here in the base, looks like our robotics bay is now underway. So we're going to see a War of the Worlds with the Colossus that are going to be coming out here from FrashQ. And just constant Immortals are being pumped out here by Codez. Codez going to rely heavily on these Immortals to hold this oncoming aggression here. 60 supply to 58 for Codez. Codez with the Immortals, but FrashQ with the Blink tech. And it looks like Codez is going to walk down here. Never a good idea to walk down a ramp into your opponent. One warp field does just go up there for funsies, I guess. And it looks like here, great engagement for FrashQ. Observer going to go up there and scout. I'm having like a hard time remembering units. I'm like, the warp field? What in the world was that? It looks like, though, the Observer is going to be up here on the hill. Could blink into the main. It looks like he's going to. One at a time. Here we are. One Stalker will get left out. Good idea to just pull that back. And great job going to come in here and pick off some workers before he starts working on a pylon. Going to get a Zealot before it can even pop. And he can just blink out of there whenever he wants it. And there he goes. See ya. Bye-bye. And nice little job there by FrashQ. Getting a worker or two. Nothing too crazy, but it looks like, ooh, Stalkers are going to walk right in here into the natural expansion. Going to get hit on, going to back out, going to get hit on, not flirted with, but hit on. And that pylon is going to die once again. And probes could go down here from some good kiting. One will get to half-life before it is forced to turn around here. And keep in mind, there are observers up here in the mannequin too, actually. But an observer from Codez as well, so we could see a little bit of a observer war here. And it looks like actually he's going to attack them. Are they going to get away? I'm a genius. One observer does fall. But it looks like FrashQ did take the opportunity to jump right up into the natural expansion. Going to continue to pick off more workers. All these workers could die. Will they? Looks like FrashQ going to go ahead and blink out of there after doing tons of damage. Looks like Codez in retreat with the workers. Now going to send them back to work. How many workers have been killed? 21 workers have been killed. Another robotics facility is on the way. Extended thermal lance is being chrono boosted with no upgrade being researched. Probably a misclick there. That's funny to look at. Alright, so we will be seeing the first Colossus did pop out and a third being taken by FrashQ. A PvP where a third has been taken. Folks, you know it's good. Robotics Bay on the way for Codez as well. Significantly behind. A Colossus is already out on the map for FrashQ. The army supply here of Codez is a little bit stronger in my opinion. Let's check out the tab to be sure. About even actually, but those Immortals, very good for Codez. Very great against Blink Stalkers. And with the force fields are almost negated because of the Blink Stalkers. But the Immortals are going to do a great job against them and actually holds off anything from FrashQ. So Codez should feel safe for now. Looks like we will see an engagement here in the choke point. No, FrashQ decides to back up. Probe is going to go over here and scout. Looks like he might drop a pylon over here somewhere. Going to hide it for sure. Bury it right there beneath what could be the potential 4th or 5th. But FrashQ playing with a spidey sense. We're going to pick that probe off. Nothing doing here. 2 Zealots are on the way. Going to come over here and probably harass that third if I had to guess. 108 supply to 92 in favor of FrashQ. FrashQ, hard supply blocked. Pylons just now popping. Pop-a-lovin'. And extended thermal lance is not. It's still yet been started. I think that is a mistake by FrashQ, not realizing that he's not researching anything. And look at the Colossus going to solo those Zealots, not lose a single bit of actual life. Only losing a little bit of his shields there. Up to 3 Colossus now. Oh, 4 over here. And the army of FrashQ getting stronger and stronger. The composition very great here. 77 army supply to 55 army supply for FrashQ. FrashQ in the lead in terms of army and in terms of workers with the sole lead in this game. And looks like Codez is trying to play a little bit of catch-up. Going to go ahead and grab a third. Both players are grabbing a forge. However, Codez is just now finishing, while FrashQ is just now starting. 2 assimilators are on the way for FrashQ. You're going to go ahead and grab those at its third to just be able to continue that constant Colossus production. Producing a Colossus at a time here are both players. However, the Colossus count for FrashQ leaps and bounds ahead of that of his opponent. Extended thermal lance, however, for Codez is just now finished. Let's see, has it even been started yet for FrashQ? No, it is not. That extended thermal lance, not very on top of his game there, FrashQ, because he's been chrono boosting it, but just must have forgot. There is a pylon that has been planted over here outside the third. That'll be great for reinforcements to come in here. Probes are going to start being transferred over to this expansion very shortly. But will it matter, because the huge army of FrashQ is going to come over here and crash right into the seemingly small army of his Protoss opponent. Keep in mind, these Colossus could kite their opponent. Colossus could kite forever. There are no Colossus with this army. Why are you attacking without your Colossus? FrashQ! FrashQ going to push in here. Not the best engagement point for him. Looks like he might try to snipe off the third. No, the Colossus is going to do a lot of damage. And that third expansion will stay up. Don't know why you would leave 5 Colossus sitting over here at your third with only Blink Stalkers against an Immortal Colossus army. Not very good for him. Warp Prism is now on the way for FrashQ, so it'll be very interesting to see what kind of harass he goes with there. And it looks like we are going to see, could Blink down onto those very cost efficiently. No, Codez going to continue pushing across the map, however. I wonder, he doesn't seem to know about the massive amount of Colossus awaiting him. +1 is going to finish here for Codez ahead of time. So that is one thing he has going for him. At least Stalker is going to come up here and try to snipe the third. Are they going to do it? It seems like they might. Not the best engagement for Codez. Not a very good angle of engagement at all. However, the Colossus range for Codez working out for him very well. Blink Stalker's blinking up there. Going to take out the Immortals. The Immortals are falling. Only 2 left. 1 goes down. Colossus still standing strong for FrashQ. FrashQ, 2 Immortals, or 2 Colossus, I should say, standing in the back doing absolutely nothing. 3 Colossus and a bunch of sentries. And Stalker's going to take out the last Colossus here from Codez. Codex's army has been decimated, and that wasn't even the entire fighting force. As you can see, there was a Colossus chilling in the back, chilling mang. And look here, we have 6 Colossus out to 4 Stalkers. 6 Colossus, 13 Stalkers, a Warp Prism, and a Sentry to just 7 Stalkers. Looks like the Warp Prism is going to come in here. What kind of damage is it going to do? And +1 armor is on the way for the Red Protoss player. Codez going to warp in round the Zealots, actually. Not going to get a whole lot done, I don't think, because of all of the Stalkers there. Actually, the Warp Prism is going to get out of there, but in the meantime, this army has snuck up here to the third. All the probes are being pulled, and against Colossus, I don't think that's going to be very good. Codez, GG's, taps out, leaves the game. The 4-guy at the beginning did a lot of significant damage, but FrashQ's Blink Stalkers, the tech of him, did come up and do enough damage when he came up here and just kited for days at this natural. Very well done there by FrashQ. Great hold here in the main by FrashQ. Codez supplied this replay, and I think he deserves a shout out for supplying a replay that he didn't win. That takes something special to just say, hey, this was a good game. I didn't win, but it was cool to watch. So thank you to him for submitting a replay. If you have a replay that you would like submitted, send it to me at, what's the email? I'm jermaine@sc2@gmail.com, as you can see right there on your screen. Follow me on Twitter I'm Jermaine. Subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Jermaine, Starcraft 2. And hope you all have a great day. Bye-bye.